Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, Smith Black here at Sepia Group with the Strat Time Report, and we got a choppy opening. We've got the Fed minutes coming out this afternoon, so we might dry up after a little bit of moving around. So you can see here on the SPY, new highs. We hit new highs again, but it was not easy. And you can see on the 30 minute, my lower left, we opened up here. Boom, 2-2 reversal on the 30. Taking out the previous high. Boom, there's your reversal. 2 down. Then hit it down into here, and then what happened? 2-2 reversal back up. And so we call that country and western. Short, cover long. Boom, now here you go. Still no lower low on that. If we go to QQQ, a little bit more laggage here. So you can see Qs once again also did that. 2 up by taking out the previous high. Boom, takes out the previous low. All right, so there's that. Right, so Q's red on the day, albeit from the opening, but also new highs, but lagging over there. We'll get to that in a second. If we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, the Dow Jones Diamonds opened as an inside day. All right, so we got some neutrality in there. Still an inside week. Still an inside month. Diamonds chopping them up, but good. So we'll see. If we go to the small cappers. And small cappers spiked down, and here you can see the outside 30. Boom. So this buying up in here was rejected, and this is a continuation of that rejection. And then, what's this down here? 2 down by taking out the lows. 2-2 reversal right back up in your face. All right. So in general, not doing much here. You are still inside weak and down though, so we want to be aware of that. So it's been a little fragmented, but we'll see because things have changed on and off. So we'll be taking it hour by hour. Like we like to say that the every hour is like a new day to us. So if we go to one of the themes that we saw when they were starting to hit them down was one of the evidence you can have, if you will, that things were going to recover is that they weren't selling everything. Like when they really hit them, they hit them all. But that's not what was happening. They were taking on a defensive posture. So you can see here XLP didn't flinch at all. XLP now just kind of chopping around. You see this up in here, upper left, inside day, but not taking out the higher or the low. Poke down, boom, RevStrat right here. These two become an outside bar of all that. You see? So it's done its job. We're seeing it can go outside weak up into here, but that tells us that also to look at XLU. And XLU, you can see that too as well. When they were trying to hit them this morning, went right back up. So that tells you that they're rotating into a defensive posture. They weren't selling everything across the board. That's the evidence you have that you're going to recover, right? But when they're all sectors are down, that's a different story. But that's not what was happening. So that tells us, you look at your Pepsi, and you can see this on the daily shooter, hammer. Boom. These two become an outside bar of that. Now, how far these things are going to go in the future, here's another story. You can see they're starting to fade here as they come into some other stocks. But if you go to Kimberly-Clark, you can see that didn't flinch either much. Right on the opening, straight up. And now inside on the 30, we'll see if anything comes of that. But once again, that same setup that we look for in all the different time frames. On the monthly, inside month, poke down, boom. Now we're looking to become an outside bar of this. So Kimberly-Clark, we're looking for 137.91 at least, and hopefully you can come up and take more of this. We'll see that. So if we go to Clorox, more XLP coming into the bleach. You can see this. 2 down, boom, 2-2 reversal month here. 181.96, right? So that's good for the rest of the month over that. You can see they chopped them up a little bit in here on the daily, and then boom, off to the races. You'll notice it didn't flinch at all when the market came in, and that's something you want to look for. If we go to SGH, and SGH here, you can see this, inside month, hammer to the upside, and you can see slight lower low first, then inside, and then boom. These three become an outside bar of all that. So it hits its magnitude on a nice push, but we'll see if they reload that. Here's what you look for. Poke it down on the 30, and boom, you're in. Triangle day out, 2 down, 2 up, reversal. Boom. That's exactly what you're looking for. If we go to Lulu, and Lulu, from the weekend vid, inside week to the upside. All right, hoping for the continuation up, sideways, measured move, coming after these highs. Stalling out just a tad now. We'll see if that gives us slight lower low in the 30. So in the end of the 30 minute, if you can take the highs of this out, as of this right now, it would be 376.12, but it's not closed out. Back in, because you can see it did it here. Gap up, 2-2 reversal, 2 down, boom. You're in right here, and you're going to stop out anybody who's short against this, or this. Boom. These two become an outside bar of that. You see? All right. If we go to ECL, and ECL, once again, that same setup in the weekly. Inside week, poke down, 1, 2, 2. Hits the magnitude, which is only to take this out, but when you're green on all time frames, you had a nice, here, corrective activity on the daily. 2 down yesterday, and then boom, when it takes this out, there's your reversal. It also changed the week back to green. That's something you'd want to know about. Usually on a Tuesday, but because of the holiday, it's on a Wednesday. If we go to NEGG, Newegg, get boy, there you go. That's nice movement there. Look at this. Closed as an inside 30, and then right out the chute, boom, off to the races. And so you can see here, the good thing about the strat and things that are highly volatile is that you can go after stuff, and even if they don't keep going, there's enough movement to get something out of it. So what I mean by that is you can see this was a 2 up by taking out the previous high. 2 down, waiting on that corrective activity. And then boom, 2-2 reversal here above 51.99. So even though it doesn't keep going, that's okay, because at 51.99, it spikes up to 59.45, right? Plenty of room to make some money in that, right? There is. So we'll see if that sets up again for us. If we go to Starbucks, and Starbucks from the weekend vid, inside month, lower middle to the upside, the consolidation, and boom, take these guys out. Now we're looking to go to all-time highs, having a nice little day here, and here's what you wait for, that slight lower low, and then boom, right back to the highs. Now we got another slight lower low and another slight lower low. Let's see if we can get this to go inside in the next half an hour. If we go to some trannies, Norfolk Southern, once again on here, still inside month, and we're aware of that, but you've got the same pattern, the 2 up, the 2 down to stop them out, and then boom, these two become an outside bar of all that, right? So we'll see if that sets up. Tries to go inside in the 30, just kind of stalls out. Once again, when you got Fed minutes coming out, a lot of things can stall out, so be aware of that. And so you can look across here, and you can see also Union Pacific, so there's a lot of rails, and Union Pacific a little different. You want to try and take that same thing out on the monthly. Take out the previous high, take out the previous low, and then boom. So this gets my attention over 227.38. It's hanging around there right now. Tries to go inside and up on the 30, just kind of stalling out. And CSX, you can see all these rails looking very similar, except Union Pac's the one that's closest to taking out that month. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to Costco, in the retail, new highs. And good thing about this is, people ask me about swing trading stuff and using the strat for longer term swing trades. And you certainly can, because we've been talking about this for a long time. Costco here on the monthly does this. Goes down, right? 2-2 reversal on the month. 2 down by taking out the lows, then up, right? And so because you've got more room to take out the all-time highs, you can just sit where you bought it and let it go. And then at the next month, you just keep moving it up. Lows of the month, lows of the month, lows of the month, you're still in. And by that time, you've got enough in it that you can just maybe let it go forever, right? So on the downside, energy started to get hit again. And we've known there's a lot of things wrong there. It's recovering here on the intraday, so we'll see if that sets up. We can go to a 60 here, and we'll see if that gives us any reversals back down on the 60, because we're inside weak to the downside in XLE and going after that month, just like OIH. Here is 2-2 reversal month, the downside. So just recovering intraday. So we'll see how that goes going forward. We know that the refiners, a lot of them are in trouble. HFC now starting to recover with the market here. So we'll see. How's MPC doing, and Valero? Yeah, they're all recovering with market a little bit, but we still got some day left, so we'll see. PC, Valero. So we got some day left. We got the semis were getting hit. SMH. As we know, the Qs were a little lagging. Now you got an inside 60 here in the SMH, right? But you can see nice and red on the day, and see how that 30 played out. 3-2 down, bam. Now we'll see. It tries to poke down on here, doesn't really fall over. You can see, notice all of these are inside of this. That's a little bit of a problem. That's where this stuff starts to get knuckle tight. Yet AMD showing some weakness here too, taking out yesterday's lows on a Wednesday, on the second day of the week. That's always something you want to know about. The second day of the week. That's why you'll hear the term turnaround Tuesdays. If we go to NVAX clobbered in inside day. There it was, right there. Inside day on the first day of the week. That means it's undecided for the week. Boom, they made a decision today. Puke. Down she go, and see if we can take out this week, because that was an inside week, then a poke up. So this is RevStrat week down. If we can break below 187.96, you got a little bit more room on that, but we got some more week, and that tells us maybe look at Moderna here. Moderna just slowly drifting out, still an inside weaker, so not the end of the world, but we'll see how that goes. If you go to Tesla. And Tesla still 2 down on the week, taking out last week's lows. Like a lot of things, like I said, going to get stuck in here now. We'll see if that gives us any reversals back to the downside. Watching this market just kind of dry up like we can expect. A lot of people got chopped up on that opening because the opening had a lot of outside bars. So that's oftentimes all you hear us say, let them open. If you go to Wynn Resorts, also recovering a bit with market here, but we know that this is taking out 4 months of lows. That's a problem. That means anybody who bought Wynn in the last 4 months is underwater, right? So they got to do something, and they have been. They've been dumping. Tells you to keep an eye on LVS. LVS, you can see that triangle layout hits magnitude. So what I mean by that is once it had this corrective activity up in here and then starts to fail into here, we're looking to take out the lows, which it did. Then it's a matter of whether the seller steps down again. All right, so we got to see if that sets up again. If you go to IDYA, just gap and puker. Now we're going to see right now inside bar, poke up. Now we're going to see what it can do here. If it goes below 1757, it's here right now. We'll see if that can keep going, because it's also did it on the month. Inside month, pokes up. Boom, RevStrat stops out all these guys. Now it's a matter of whether it's weak enough to go after this stuff. We shall see here. Now, hit. If you go to ACMR, once again, inside weak, pokes up. Boom, stop all these guys out, right? Them, and them. Now it's a matter of it's weak enough for down into there. We'll see if we get any 30s or something for you. There was your inside 30 right here. So we'll see if that sets up again for us. If you go to Lyft, Lifty just having a rough day here. Now let's see if we can get an inside 60. Inside on the 60, we'll see that would be directional. If it can break here in the next hour below 58.70, take a look and see what Uber's doing here. Uber to a lesser extent, but you can see this, 2 down by taking out the previous low, 2 up now in the next half an hour. So the next hour, if we can get this to break below 49.38, we'd be in business. So on that note, like I said, going to be a little cautious here coming into the Fed minutes. You also got a little bit of snow coming up. Just taking a look around my screens here real quick. Snow trying to go for an outside week over here. We'll see. And SFM having a nice little day here. SFM, and that's, you can see that you're seeing this pattern on a lot of things, right? Like I showed you here. Take out the previous high, take out the previous low, right? And this is the first day of the week, and so bam, when it takes that out, there's your reversal, and it's also reversing this opening back to green. That's something you'd want to know about. So, all right, so be careful. We got the Fed out there. We might dry up a little bit, and waiting for those Fed minutes. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Ron Smith in the Black. Here's CP Graph with the Strat Time Report.